comes down to this final night. The season finale at Cotton Bowl Speedway this Saturday, September the 27th. Gates open at 5, racing starts at 7. We've got some tight points battle. One class is actually tied. Who will be your Cotton Bowl Speedway track champion after September 27th is over? Let's find out together. Plus, we're joined by the Southern United Sprint Cars. This Saturday night, September the 27th, gates at 5, racing at 7. We are looking for 5 Cotton Bowl Speedway champions. You don't want to miss it. Green flag, green light. Let's go racing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome race fans to the virtual New Hampshire Motor Speedway for tonight's running of the LOBSTAH 105 for the Bump and Run Cup Series. We're here from the Magic Mile, a flat, tricky 1 mile oval that's known for its tight corners, tough passing, and plenty of short track style racing. Welcome in, welcome in. I got the one, the only, Justin Yaw to my side. My name's Sean Stam up here, Stam Studio Network. Justin, how you doing on this wonderful, wonderful racing evening, my man?
Doing good. Hope everybody out there, along with yourself, Sean's doing good out there in YouTube land. Welcome to another Tuesday night action here on a Bump and Run series. It's anything like it has been all season long. Hope you got your drink of choice, your chips, you got your popcorn, whatever it is you need, and you got it ready to go because we're in for a great night of action.
105 miles of it, 100 laps of racing, 4 tire sets set at 70% fuel. Kyler McCarthy continues to lead us in the point standings. He's not here tonight. He's down there on vacation. Kyler, if you are watching, welcome in, and hopefully you're having a good time off. Justin Sieves also not here tonight. I don't believe if he is. He was having some PC troubles, as well as I believe Justin might be dealing with some health difficulties as well. So Justin, if you're tuning in, hopefully you're feeling better here soon. Tyler Massey sits 3rd in the points. Austin Mice, Brian Utley Jr., one of the league owners, 5th in the standings. Matthew Fitz, one of the other league owners. Tyler Myers, Robbie Bice, and Chris Campbell rounding at the top 9 in the points. We cut live to virtual trackside action here tonight. Justin, it's a pretty damn good night for racing.
It is. Great night up here. Great northeast of it. 68 degrees, 20 degrees Celsius if you do that kind of math over across the pond. Wind, nice northeast 9 miles an hour. Conditions cloudy, 75% humidity. Ooh, buddy. So that lobster's already cooking over there. Somebody are going to have a pre-cooked lobster.
We have this race. We got to get this thing moving on here because that lobster's not going to be too happy with us here. How about let's take a look at the starting grid before we get moving and grooving here tonight. We got some players that we continue to see rise towards the top. Well, we see the cream rise to the top. Take a look at the starting grid here tonight. You know who it is up there up top. Sean Judson with the 28.767. Look at Matthew Fitz for Team Sparkle Unicorn Racing right up there beside him. Charles Van Schwick, who's been damn quick throughout the season, starts P3. Brandon Moore for Fueled Up Motorsports, Austin Mice, Tyler Myers, Chris Campbell, Cameron Smith. He was really fast in practice. Keep an eye on that number 9 here tonight. Number 9, Tyler Massey. That's a Stam Studio Network affiliated number 17. Brian Huntley Jr., Mark Berry, and John Holliday rounding out the top 12.
Let's work our way through 13th through 19th. Billy B. Roberts, 13th. Travis Farmer, 14th. Daniel Higgins, 15th. Joe Stipes, 16th. David Berry, 17th. Philip Brigman, 18th. And Robert Allmall. Gonna round out our top 19 here. Well, Sean, we get to go from the high banks of Bristol last week to the low banks of New Hampshire this week. What do you think these drivers are in for here tonight?
I think you got to keep this thing slowed and woed down, at least from the high banks compared to Bristol, as it's completely different racing as we're going to get in here tonight. Barely little to any banking here on the turns. I believe it's about 9 to 12 there. It is progressive, so we are going to see these different lines come into moves here tonight, side by side, already out of turn number 2, as we are green for the LOBSTAH 105 here at the virtual New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Yeah, if you look outside, Fitt's going to be able to get the lead away from Sean Judson. Don't count that number 23, but I think that's the number 41. Ben Shiak. I think it's I know we've been saying it wrong. I don't remember. We're just going to roll with it, though. Sounds right. Looks cool. Might be. I don't know. But here comes Judson back on the inside, able to get the throttle just a little bit quicker right there than the 69 of Fitz. But Fitz going to hang it up on the outside. Going to be able to hang tough. Can he get the pass back and say work their way into lanes 3 and 4?
Side by side for the lead out of 4. Matthew Fitz not going anywhere, keeping that high line moving and grooving. I'm not sure how long we're going to see this high line continue to show itself here tonight, but Matthew Fitz says, Justin, Sean, watch this here. Sean Judson still fighting for his right to party that inside line. Charles Van Schwick, our third qualifier here tonight, he already gained a spot, is trying to make that outside line work again. Man, Matthew Fitz is kind of made the drivers aware of that outside line earlier on in these runs.
That outside line seems kind of where you want to be at, that very inside line. Not working out very well. Comes Mr. Charles working his way around through there. Judson going to fall back to the third. Still a lot of side-by-side action back through the field. Who's this way on board right here? Is that Huntley? That's Huntley. Brian going to run up to the outside, Brandon Moore to his inside. Oh, big wobble there. Out of the 45 W Energy Machine, Tyler Myers. Big wobble there. Going to get it back up, get it straightened out. Right now, like we said, the high side seems to be the preferred line as they work through 1 and 2 here.
That W Energy 45 Chevrolet Camaro hanging on for life. He slaps that outside wall there. That's going to really open up the door. The inside there. Brian Huntley Jr. says, thank you very much here, Tyler, but really not able to make it work on corner entry. He's going to have to run off of corner exit. Here we go, side by side. A little bit of a bump, a little bit of a run there for the 88. Brian Huntley Jr. still doesn't have him clear. Look who's starting to join this battle up here for 5th and 6th. That's Austin Mice. That's another Stam Studio Network affiliated driver. He's a member here on SSN. Got this windscreen full of this battle up here right in front of him. Justin, it's side by side for lap on end here tonight, especially in these next gen machines. Gonna want to keep that right front cool.
Yeah, we're gonna have to keep that right front cool. It's gonna be hurting and burning. We're on lap 7 working around through here. A lot of side by side battles. Myers gonna be able to get the position there on Huntley as they work their way through there. Oh, what a save, lock her down. That's going to put a damper. That'll put a damper on it. Real quick like.
Brian, no, at least like you said, Justin, what a save for the number 88 Wendy's Wake and Bacon 8th machine. Unfortunately, he's going to fall back all the way to P15 with just that little bit of a slip up.
Everybody going to have that momentum, get it by on the outside of Huntley. Let's go back and take a look at it. Oh, just a little too quick to the throttle. Good thing. Hey, listen, man, a couple positions lost is not too bad when a race car could have been dealt to you. So we'll just take that and put it in our pocket, and we'll just be thankful on that one.
Man, the cat-like reflexes for the 88 showing themselves here tonight earlier on. Already lapped 9 out of 100. That's a 91 year to go. Brian Huntley Jr. once again falls, unfortunately, back now back to P14, so already starts to claw his way back. Battle up here for the race lead starting to heat up once again. It's not Sean Judson and Matthew Fitz, though. Sean Judson fell back to P3 after Charles Van Schwick gets up here to P2. Right now, Charles is knocking on that rear bumper and rear diffuser of Matthew Fitz, that 69 Chevrolet Camaro. Matthew's already led, I believe, just about every lap here tonight.
And Sean was really putting it on earlier on this run. Fitz really able to get this thing turned right through the center of the corner there and able to get back to the throttle. Now you're going to take, like Sean said earlier, take care of these tires and they'll take care of you, but you start trying to get to the throttle a little earlier than what it needs to, and it'll go spin around just like Brian Huntley did just a moment ago.
We've seen Charles Van Schwick just get about within 2 to 2.5 seconds of our race leader. Something that I say it time and time again. iRacing Simulation Motorsports, well, there's a reason they call it a game, there's a reason they call it a simulator and not a video game. It's because just about every single thing that you can imagine is simulated here, as well as that dirty air that comes out these rear end of these next-gen machines. It's really, really difficult here at short tracks. We've seen and heard real-life drivers kind of trying to get NASCAR to do something about it. They've done things as far as getting rid of the rear diffuser on short track packages. We've had some good tire run as well here late on in some real life NASCAR world. Looks like iRacing's doing a really good job at simulating that here tonight as well.
Yeah, a lot of these guys really able to kind of find their own line where they want to run the very bottom. Oh, who's around here?
The old Joe Stipe machine, the double O, mellow yellow machine. Uh-oh. I believe Joe, he was running 17th there out of Newcastle, Oklahoma. That is also a Stam Studio Network affiliated driver. Joe's got the that Stam Studio Network membership going. Irish, appreciate you, man. We've sent your care package out. Got a free SSN t-shirt, got a keychain, got some koozies rocking for you. That's just a benefit, one of many, being a Stam Studio Network member. Justin, don't you worry as well. We got your care package headed your way for all the hard work that you do for us up here. Speaking of hard work, it's hard work to get around this racetrack. Look at Joe Stipe. He just tries to keep it off the side quarter panel of Travis Farmer, who's up there running up top. Just a quick spin. I believe it's just going to be a self-induced, nobody else involved there with him. What do you think? You tried to get the throttle a little bit too early there, Justin?
Yeah, I think, maybe it kind of over-rotated there. It's hard to tell, man. You can kind of start getting your line, and then it'll come around on your butt. My line was exactly where it's been the whole night. So, hard to say there, but at least this early on in this run and not later on in the race, you got a lot of chance to battle back for Joe Stipe.
All right, coming to you here on the virtual pit lane. It'll be fuel only, even with 4 tire sets available. Charles Van Schwick says, hey, I've played this game before. Going to not take any tires here. Sean Judson looks to be taking, you saw the right sides go up there. There go the left sides on the invisible air jack. Looks like Brandon Moore wins that race off of pit lane. I believe I saw 4 tires go up on there. Tyler Myers third off of the pits. Looks like Austin Mice, Tyler Massey, Mark Berry, Willie B. Roberts running at that top 10 out of pit lane.
We'll re-rack them, restack them, get them ready to go again. Able to see kind of where everybody is at here on some older tires. Not a whole lot of sets getting used there, so we're really able to see kind of where everybody's sitting as this run gets ready to go on.
Take a look at that bottom right side of your screen. You can see the race recap here. Matthew Fitz continues to lead out here up front. Lap 16 out of 110. We've had one caution here so far, as well as 1 lead change. Matthew Fitz took it away, and thus far really looks like he beats the Chevrolet Camaro to beat here. But remember what I said earlier on as this race was just now getting started. Everybody keep your eye on Cameron Smith here tonight. He has had 2 back-to-back driver interview positions at the end of these races here, finishing in the top 3 both the last 2 races for the Bump and Run Cup Series. He had some very nice speed in practice. This Lumar number 9, Chase Elliott, paint scheme here for Cameron Smith. Keep your eye on that number 9 machine.
It'll be fun. We're going to re-rack them. Do it again. Pace car is off. We go single file. Restart here. Bus, you're going to get the green flag out, and we are back to racing here at New Hampshire. Get ready to... Oh, Brandon Moore!
Brandon Moore goes around. Looks like we're going to keep it green for the time being. Cameron Smith is still trying to reel in our race leader. Remember, our top 3 are staying out on older tires right now. It's about here from 4th on back. All of these guys on newer Goodyear Racing Eagles. Only 4 tire sets available here tonight. We are working these tires up to temps as well as pressures. You got to be cool, calm, and collected, especially these opening laps here. Looks like everybody is cool, calm, and collected. Matthew Fitz continues to lead. Tyler Myers leads this second pack here on this newer tire strategy.
Here comes Willie B. Roberts, going to have a great run coming off of turn 2. Can he keep the momentum going down through there? Oh, big check up there. Huntley not going to like that one. Austin way up the racetrack there. as they come off of turn 3, side by side for Barry and Roberts.
Now, how about Willie B. Roberts? Gained 6th position since the drop of the green flag tonight. He's going to leave that back door wide open. Mark Berry says thank you very much, but not able to get the power down. There was a little bit of a puff of smoke there. Somebody's having some fun without us. Out the exit of turn 2, Tyler Massey dives it down the inside of John Holliday. Nice pass there for Tyler Massey. That's the Am Studio Network Harvest Ford Mustang knocking on that rear bumper of the final driver interview spot. John Holliday was another driver who'd stayed out on older tires this caution. He's going to fall back to P5. He's going to continue to fall. Sing it, Justin.
Like a rock.
Thank you for taking that one for me. And man, Austin Mice, he's got some newer tires, but not able to really make up the track positions, excuse me, here early on.
So here we go right there. Oh, somebody gonna scrape the wall there.
Hey, they fought it, but every time I tell you, Justin, that wall's gonna win.
Somebody cue up my music. I fought the wall, man. The wall one.
There it is. Man, we're getting closer and closer to the LC with the big circle on it, I think. I don't know.
So everybody kind of getting the feel of this track. 21 laps down of 122 on the radar. Nederland. I don't know where that is.
Yeah, that one's off of my radar. You got me beat there.
It's over near Bend Over, ain't it?
Yeah. Probably so. How about Charles Van Swick? He's continued to struggle to get his way through this pack. Remember, he did hit, but I thought it was just a quick fuel and go there. Falls back all the way to P12 right now, so not sure if he had an incident there coming to the green or as we got it back up to speed. But our driver who was knocking on the back bumper for the race lead, well, he's not at anything to, or anywhere to go for these last couple of laps.
A whole lot there. A whole lot of mirror driving. But out now. Charles gonna go kind of all over the place here. Ty Farmer right there doing everything he can to try to get a position or two. But Charles with a great run off turn 4 there. Judson gonna work the inside back there. Not gonna have the positions. They roll through the corner. Farmer doing a great job of fitting him off, but here he comes on the inside coming off of turn number 2. How about Farmer? Great run there coming off there to keep the position.
And Travis let us know down there in the live YouTube chat before this race started. He's probably just going to try to hang around and just earn some point standings for today. So no, pancakes the outside wall there at a 4. He looks to live to fight another day there as the toe and suspension seems to be intact there. Man, it's looking like a hurricane up there in front of them. Justin, I got a question for you, as well as everybody down on YouTube lands. What is your line that you like to run at a short, flat track, a mile track like New Hampshire's? We see a big lock up there out of, I think that was Willie B. Roberts.
Middle. I'm going to run the middle. Keep it in the middle. Don't do anything dumb.
Golly, I did not know that they hit 160 into the corners here at New Hampshire. That's I don't know. Nothing I can do. And look who's starting to join this battle as well. It's Philip Brigman. Oh no, Willie B. Roberts goes for a spin. What a save!
A save. It ain't no grass killed, so groundskeeper going to be happy about that.
And Willie B. is not going to be too happy about it. He loses the spot to Daniel Higgins. David Berry goes by as well, but showing 1 lap down. Daniel Higgins, he's still running about where he started this race as a wreck happens right in front of him. It's John Holliday, the number 4. This is one of those drivers who stayed out on older Goodyear Racing Eagles.
He went on holiday, I guess.
Oh, you man.
I'm with you. That's right.
That might be paint scheme of the race here tonight. To Mobile 1, a little bit of Halloween. And look at that. That's a little skeleton Pegasus mode for Mobile 1. That's, man, John Holliday. Although he does get go on a little bit of holiday there, but lives to fight another day. I think that left front damage, what do you think? Probably 40 seconds to repair that.
Yeah, just a little sheet metal and a little, encouragement from a hammer. I think it'll be okay.
Are they composite bodies or?
Hammer mount, something in hammer form, Pauls.
Yeah. Oh, Joe Stipe gets a little bit too deep into one, sends the 4 around.
Whack.
I think we got the old bird's eye view this time by right in front of. Oh man, look at the speed differential or the speed lost. You could say they're into the corner. Joe Stipe, well, really just nowhere to go to try to avoid the number 4 of John Holiday.
Nowhere to go. You can run, but you can hide.
Justin, we're hopping on board with Joe this time by. What you see?
See here. Get by. Oh! Yeah, I don't know if that's just a case of rolling around in there way too deep, or if somebody checked up a little bit before the car behind them didn't check up, or what. But yeah, I think that's just a good old-fashioned racing incident that unfortunately puts Holiday a lap down, or is going to put Holiday in the back.
I think he might actually be a lap down. Good call there. So as we were taking a look at this quick replay, it's going to be Brian Huntley Jr., Joe Stipe, Matthew Fitz, Mark Berry, Cameron Smith, Charles Van Schwick are both back into the pits with little, I don't believe they even have damage here, so I wonder if this is a strategy call here, Justin. This is kind of 2 of our fastest drivers here tonight. They're back into the pits, maybe just trying to get this thing full of Sunoco fuel. Brandon Moore, who had a spin on that last race restart, looks like he's back in as well. Doesn't look like too much detrimental damage for that Budweiser number 8. John Holiday, Philip Brigman, they did not pit. David Berry did pit, though, in that Hot Wheels number 56 machine. It looked like a splash and dash there. I don't think that the 941 or even the 84 took any tires there. Just a quick little green and go. Speaking of green and go, Tyler Massey's going to lead us to the green this time by. No driver cams here tonight, but we got 2 Tylers up here in the front of the field. Tyler Massey, Tyler Myers. Here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Get up, stand up for your life. Come on now, don't you ever give up that fight, because we are green flag once again for the LOBSTAH 105 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway.
Away we go. We're going to roll around through here. Massey's going to lead us around through here. Myers behind. And you get Austin. Chris Campbell right there in the fight. 31 laps down of 69 to go.
Nope.
Roll Tide. And they are not checking up. Everybody still kind of figuring out where they want to go. That middle line kind of seems to be where everybody wants to be, but obviously if you got a car outside, you can't force them too far up the track without making it enemies. So everybody kind of having to pick a little bit different way to get around this place.
Oh, speaking of get around it, that's not going to work.
Oh.
Matthew Fitz, our race leader from earlier on, and the race is around. John Holiday goes around as well. Looked to be like, I believe it was Brian Huntley Jr. also involved.
Boy, that's a stack up.
That's a stack up. That's a snowball. That is an avalanche. Oh, my days. That looked to be like the 71 of Willie B. Roberts, who got loose there once again. Matthew Fitz and Brian Huntley Jr. just nowhere to go. Joe Stipe, nice evasive action there, as well as Daniel Higgins, who gets around it.
Boy, that could have been a lot worse. Could have been a lot worse.
It was pretty bad. There's the spin there. Brian Huntley Jr. banging, binking, bonking it there.
That was a roughie.
Oh, hang on to her. John Holiday just getting his damage all fixed back up. Oh, no! No, boys. All right. I think we got to hang on board here with Joe Stipe as he somehow maneuvers his way through this run. This Irish 00, he's got the luck of the Irish, as well as these cat-like reflexes. Here we go, 1 and 2. That's how fast things happen here, short track racing. Oh!
Boy, that's That's a good one.
All right, we still got to take one more look at it up to speed there. Looks like everybody else was able to make it through up until Brian Huntley Jr. that second time by. Here's this race at speed. Dirt wreck at speed. All right, Justin, we had some more takers down here on pit lane. It's going to be from everybody on from 6th place on back. Mark Berry, Daniel Higgins, Charles Van Swick, Cameron Smith, Sean Judson, Austin Mice, Willie B. Roberts. There goes Brandon Moore out of the pits once again. Third caution here tonight. Tyler Massey up to the race lead. It's I don't know if it's just unluck or just really not able to make their way through the dirty air, but the drivers who have been fastest here tonight earlier on in the race, Justin, they've still not been able to make their way up to the front, or back to the front, excuse me.
Yeah, right now these older tires and longer pit strategy seems to be working pretty well. So we'll see kind of as this run goes. Do we see Mr. Charles get back up there to the front? Or do we maybe have some guys be able to hang around through here?
Now another driver who did what it was just a fuel stop there for Joe Stipe, who pit on that 28 there. Looks like everybody else there around him did opt to take a new set of tires. So for only a set that we have, for only 4 sets that we have available here tonight, we continue to really bust through them pretty on here. Third caution earlier on, Tyler Myers, Tyler Massey, Tyler Myers, Chris Campbell out here in the top 3. Barney, wave it loud and proud. We are a green flag once again for the LOBSTAH 105 for the bump and run contest.
Way we go. Look at the run right there from Massey as he heads off into turns 1 and 2. Myers able to kind of keep the gap right there on Chris Campbell as they work their way off the corner. How about Joe Stipe going to work his way all the way up into the top 5 after that spin earlier on. Stipe looking for a good little rebound here on board with Tyler. Oh, Myers right there. This is Tyler and Tyler show up front. Going to make sure it's hard because they're both Tyler M's, so you got to make sure you say which one right. They work their way around through here. Thank goodness for the signs on the wall up there, because I usually send off about 1 and then I'm smacking the wall.
Well, I'm glad that you mentioned that, Justin. As I was making some laps here earlier today to get ready for the broadcast, it's such just a moment. It's not a momentum, excuse me. It's such a rhythm-based racetrack. 1 and 2 drive so similar to 3 and 4 here. Look at this as we hop on board with David Berry as well as Joe Stipe. These drivers not even getting up to 5th gear. It's 3rd and 4th here around the 1 mile new Hampshire Motor Speedway. Joe Stipe, like you said, Justin, even though he had got a little contact on his side earlier on in the race, he's shown tied as our biggest mover of the race, plus 10 spots gained since the drop of the green flag. He's right there tied with Travis Farmer, running 4th and 6th right now.
Shift through the gears as they come around through here. Really not even touching 5 as they come down through there. What a line up there.
I'm saying, I mean, I don't know if he's trying to
You call
hang
that the Larson line up there? Yeah, ripping the fence down.
Well, that's another talking point that I had kind of ready to go, Justin, is we talked about the middle, kind of late middle apex and driving, kind of diamonding the corner off. As that line starts to rubber up, even in a short 100-lap race, that's another thing that iRacing Motorsports Simulations, it does simulate there pretty well. I'm not sure if it was Joe just trying to get a little bit too deep into the corner there, but really straddled the seam up there on the higher line. Look, he's continuing to do it. I think he's possibly trying to run some speed, finding some speed and momentum on that outside line. Sean Judson and Travis Farmer are going to go side by side for the bridesmaid spots of the bridesmaid spot for the final driver interview spots. W Energy number 19 Toyota Camry trying to make the shorter way around the racetrack work, pinning the throttle down, able to make the pass over Travis Farmer. Oh, caution on the speedway. Who we got? Who we got? Oh, it's the Mobile
Holiday.
One Skeleton.
On holiday!
Sorry, what a song. Justin, we were talking about some music before, and we got some similar tastes. Anyways, John Holiday around again here tonight. That Mobile One skeleton-inspired Pegasus machine. Let's see what happens to him in the Stam Studio Network replay. Oh, a self-induced balloosty.
Another one of them getting to the throttle too quick is going to spin you right around through there. You spin my head right round. Sorry. Listen, I'm one of them people, if I think of it, I got to say it, right? It's
or else it's gone.
I'm going to sit here singing it, yeah.
I'm kind of right there with you. When I hear the real NASCAR producers there on Fox or NBC play that after a caution, that always gets me. Like, did they just do that? But hey, they did, and we did here tonight. We continue to watch some pretty good racing as well. We're gonna have some nice pit stops here. Tyler Myers through Austin Mice 1 through 5th stay out. Justin, I would kind of like to be on this pit strategy right here. 4th caution. If this does get into a green flag run, which I'm kind of leaning on, I do believe it will. 4 tires going back on Sean Judson machine, as well as Mark Berry. There goes Tyler Myers. Daniel Higgins is out of the pits. Our race leader into the pits for Tyler Massey. Travis Farmer is in. Joe Stipe also in. John Holiday is in as well.
Everybody can come in. Looks like obviously Brian's got some damage right there from that wreck on the last caution. Everybody can come in, kind of. And they going to come in and get some fresh, good gears, maybe a little bit top off Sunoco fuel. How they're going to come in, make sure the damage is good. So, folks, if you'll hang with us, we're going to go to commercial break. We'll be back here shortly for the Lobster 105 here at New Hampshire.
Race fans, it comes down to this final night. The season finale at Cotton Bowl Speedway this Saturday, September the 27th. Gates open at 5. Racing starts at 7. We've got some tight points battle. One class is actually tied. Who will be your Cotton Bowl Speedway track champion after September 27th is over? Let's find out together. Plus, we're joined by the Southern United Sprint Cars. This Saturday night, September the 27th, gates at 5, racing at 7. We are looking for 5 Cotton Bowl Speedway champions. You don't want to miss it. Green flag, green light. Let's go racing.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Stam Studio Network for the LOBSTAH 105 here at the virtual New Hampshire Motor Speedway. If you're ever outside of Austin, Texas this weekend here, be sure you visit Cotton Bowl Speedway right outside of Bastrop. That final race of the season, it all comes down to this. We got some short track racing here tonight, though, back into green flag racing. Oh, we got one around already.
Uh-oh.
I think the caution's already going to fly there for, I think it was John Holiday once again as we were coming right back into the green. Let's hop on board with them here. This is... Oh, okay, so Cameron Smith is stopped on the brakes there. John Holiday tries to make his way back up to the pack, and a little bit too much speed through their 3 and 4, and John Holiday tows it right to the pits. Unfortunately, does bring out another caution on the speedway.
Another one, as DJ Khaled would say.
Okay, so we got Tyler Myers up out front, Charles Van Schwick, Willie B. Roberts, Brandon Moore, Austin Mice up here in the top 5. This kind of, it throws a little bit of a wrench in the strategy here. I do believe with our top 5 drivers still staying out on about 10 laps older tires, we're only, oh boy, we're only, hang on here, 46 laps here in the race, so almost halfway to go. We should see just about one more pit stop, be able to make these drivers' fuel tanks full to the end. Tyler Myers, Willie kind of have the genie in the bottle here tonight with every single driver who has been fast earlier on, right up there now, about 10th and 11th, 12th, except for Charles Van Schwick. He's now back up front.
Well, new faces and new places, and I ain't talking about different teams. I'm talking about new drivers up front. Some new drivers that haven't led a lap yet in this race going to be up front. Let's see what they can do with the control in their hands.
How about Willie B. Roberts? He's showing P3, Justin.
Yeah, after that spin earlier on.
I
think it's good to see him back up. Yeah. How about him? How about what's Joe Stipe, Joe? Having to battle back here. How about Brandon though? Good rebound. If you remember earlier on, he kind of had that self spin coming to the line, able to rebound pretty good there.
Philip Brigman, also our one Canadian driver here tonight. Driver of the 84 Cletus Kinetics number 84 Toyota Camry. He started 13th, running 18th tonight. Excuse me, that was backwards. Started 18th, running 13th. 5 positions gained since the drop of the green flag.
Well, we're going to fight here. Who's going to bring out the next one?
Man, this LOBSTAH 105,
Shit, I didn't even place my over-under.
What was that, Justin? Sorry.
Didn't even place my over-under on this one.
Oh, that's right. Hey, we got to check out the old YouTube chat. Oh, well, I guess we're about to go green. But if you're down there in YouTube land, we see you. We appreciate you joining Race In and Race Out. We're going to get back live to some green flag racing this time by, and then check out the old YouTube land. The LOBSTAH 105 back to green conditions here on Sam Studio Network. It's Tyler Myers, Charles Van Swick, Willie B. Roberts, Brandon Moore up at the front lead.
Bump him.
Bump
Hit him with
running.
you, Potters.
Look at the space left between these two drivers. The ethical wheel.
Look at how much Willie B backs up his corner. Look at how much he backed that corner up.
But he gets the run off doing so. I mean, look at this shot out of the cannon compared to Tyler Myers.
Oh, watch out for Brandon Moore.
Oh, holy guacatoolies. Here comes Brandon Moore.
Brakes, Willie B, brakes. Don't pitch him. Don't pinch him. Oh, this.
We just went from 2 and 3 wide, settled it back down to 2. I mean, ethical wheel, clean racing tonight from bump and run like we do see time and time again. And then we start to seeing more side by side between Austin Mice. Look who's starting to join this battle as well. It's Mark Berry right there behind him in that 25 Crimson Tide machine.
Go Nobles, baby.
What happened to Tyler Myers? I'm not sure if he's just got the long run speed dialed up in that 45 Dubby Chevrolet Camaro, but right now trying to battle out Willie B. Roberts, trying to battle for his life as it's Brandon Moore and Charles Van Swick out up front. Look at Tyler Massey, Chris Campbell, Sean Judson, Daniel Higgins up there in the top 10. They're starting to join this party. We're just about to crest, well, excuse me, we just have crested halfway to go. Willie B. Roberts goes for another spin there, locks him up, able to keep it moving and grooving once again.
He hasn't put this thing in the wall yet. I do not know.
Oh, look at him running the Brad Keselowski line there. The transition from the banking, the non-banking to the banking, even though it is 9 degrees of it, it's just enough to send that 71 for a quick little slip and slide. Van Swick out up front. Is he searching for another win sticker to slap on that 23 machine? Or is it going to be somebody like Brandon Moore? That's Tyler Myers on older tires who falls back to P3, Austin Mice to P4.
What is love? He don't hurt me. Don't hurt me. That's what the brakes are saying right now. Well, these things are rolling around through here.
If it was nighttime, I bet you these things would be hounding. We'd be able to see the brake glow on these things. Especially, I mean, look at this outside line continuing to form in the back of or a little bit in the back of the pack here. It's Philip Brigman, Daniel Higgins, Travis Farmer still making that top scene work. They're tired. They're right fronts right now sing it, Justin. Baby, don't hurt me. Oh no, Joe Stipe goes for a spin.
Me, no more. Love, baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more.
Now I did see Joe run over that pit commitment box, but here in iRacing, that's something a little bit different. That's We have a blue cone for the pit commitment line there, so I do believe even Joe Stipe, he falls back to P14 after that little bit of a slip and slide. He should be able to stay clear of any black flags here. Look at this hurricane. Look at this storm a brewing. It's Chris Campbell, Toyota Camry, Mark Berry, Chevrolet Camaro, as well as another Toyota Camry right there. Marks the meat of the sandwich from this Toyota sandwich here. Justin, we've talked about some monster sandwiches before. Speaking of them, Matthew Fitz, leader of the race earlier on, he's right now knocking on the back bumper of Sean Judson.
A lot of driving here to get this thing back up to the front. The accident earlier on kind of set him back.
All right, now we're saying, okay, excuse me, sorry this took so long here tonight, but Neil, Ricardo, Terry, Ted, as well as Travis Farmer, thank you all for joining in live in YouTube land here tonight. Neil the Boss saying New Hampshire is more like playing bumper cars, if anything. Neil, if...
It is true.
Well, I appreciate you just now joining in, Neil. And as we're going to have one of the fastest drivers around tonight. Cameron Smith starts to run the road course layout. We're going to keep it under green flag conditions, but Neil, I think
Well,
you're
this
just
thing's
now...
got a road course?
Oh, you know it. Okay, I think... check this out, Justin, this next camera shot as we'll make our way down 3 and 4. But going from Bristol to New Hampshire is quite a change in the schedule. And then, Justin, check out the bottom side of your screen here. This is the cool part about this New Hampshire road course. Underneath the I'm sorry, not underneath, but it goes through the right side safer barrier right there. The road course runs completely off the oval. I find that pretty neat.
Never knew that. I learn something new every day.
That's like me with the infamous Lake Lloyd, the Daytona incident there. I can't believe I never knew that little fun fact.
Yeah, that is very true.
Oh! I don't know if you heard that, Justin, but that was the infamous sound of an engine blowing. I'm not sure whose engine just went, though, but we're still under green flag conditions. It might be Brian Utley Jr., one of the league owners here tonight, though.
Who kerplunked it?
You guys heard that, too, right down there in YouTube land. I mean, I heard a boonk. It's, there are 40 laps to go here. I'm not finding him, and it continues to be Charles Van Schwick out to the race lead. So, real quick, Justin, I think we got to thank our sponsors and affiliates up there in the top right. Then I think we got to treat the guys and gals down there in live YouTube land to crank it up. But Cotton Bowl Speedway, the season finale comes down to this weekend tonight. If you're outside of Austin, Texas, hit us up there. I'm the drone pilot. Produced the last broadcast as well as Race On, for Race On. Mad Dog Graphics as well as Silver Fox Racing. Appreciate you guys and gals coming out to your race in and race out for allowing us to bring you coverage here on Stam Studio Network. We also got Extreme Scoring as well as Alpha One Foundation, Admin Box, and Bearded Bear Custom Hides. Appreciate you guys and gals, and go ahead and enjoy these next-gen engines roaring to life. My name is Sean Stam. We got Justin Yaw on my side. We'll be right back with you up here in the booth. Thanks, everybody. righty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back here to Stam Studio Network. You can slowly and woefully crank this puppy down as we have a battle for the race lead heating up in our hands. Brandon Moore gets loose as a goose. That's Charles Van Schwick. Contacts for the lead. Here going down and into turn number 3 here at New Hampshire Motor Speedway. Charles Van Schwick is able to slot his way back up to it after Brandon Moore got loose out of turn 2 after stealing the race lead away.
Yeah, that could have been a lot worse. Both these guys doing everything they can to try to keep the race lead. If you're Charles, try to get the race lead if you're Brandon Moore. If you notice, we ain't talked a lot about Brandon Moore in the past couple of weeks. Brandon's been having a rough go at it. Oh my goodness, Moore with a great save there. A little skint on the right side of that hot rod, but a little skint will be okay in the long run as long as you still got a hot rod to use every bit of it. So Moore battling, trying to keep his position in the playoffs. We're on lap 68 of 100.
And if you're just now joining us, we do have these battles up here in the points continuing to heat up and boil through this season, but it's a little bit different for the Bump and Run Cup Series as they run the points but no really knockout playoff system. So a little bit different from real NASCAR and the other leagues that we do broadcast for, but you know what is the same is this heating up and battling for the race lead. Charles Van Schwick able to take it back away from Brandon Moore after he gets loose out of turn number 2. Austin Mice, don't look now, but he's starting to join the party as well as Tyler Massey. We see you down there live on YouTube land. Neil, he's another league owner that I broadcast for, saying Eldora is going to be lots of fun in the Midwest Elite Racing Admin Box Series this Sunday. Oh boy, if you're not doing anything this Sunday, if you're not watching any NFL football, be sure to tune into that broadcast. ARCA cars ripping around a dirt track, especially as I finish up the season finale out at Cotton Bowl Speedway. That'll be a lot of fun.
Oh, a lot of fun. Off this weekend, the next weekend I head down to Montgomery Motorsports Park, also known as Capital City Motorsports Park, also known as Montgomery International Dragway. Be down there announcing some junior dragster racing, so excited to hop back on the mic. Haven't announced a race since May, so
golly, just
excited to, yeah, it's been a while. Yeah, my next couple weeks are kind of busy. Go to Montgomery next weekend, then off a week, or excuse me, go to Montgomery not next weekend, next weekend for 2 weeks straight, then head to Texas, then off a couple weeks, then head to North Carolina again. All in the pursuit of race cars.
You start. That's motorsports for you, man. Just traveling week after week after week. But Justin, that's really good to hear, and great to hear that you're back up there, up on the mic for some real life racing. As the world could definitely use some more of that commentator, not only in the iRacing. Hopefully you don't lose you to real life racing for the Bump and Run Cup Series, but we continue to. Holy Chastain! Oh my God! Austin Mice! Well, look at him go!
Trying it. He's trying it. Lock him up. Lock him up.
This is
He's
for
no stranger to love. Oh my! What just happened?
He just pulled a Marty McFly. I think that's what happened. Now we got a caution on the speedway. Austin Mice is dealing with some sort of hardware difficulty at the moment because the fact he blinked out like that, I actually had this happen earlier today in an official race. Austin Mice is dealing with some sort of hardware difficulty because internet does not look like that. Golly, oh my days. I'm glad that we kind of saw that as it transpired there for the Austin Mice machine. We can't even cut to him because he starts to cut out. There you start to see the start of it. We got to bring out Billy Bob Joe in the forklift. Hang on with us, Justin. Maybe a monitor went out because it's definitely hardware with the way he blinked out. And then it looked like he just couldn't even see. Oh my God, look at him go. Chastain Part 2.
He tried it. He tried it.
Whether intentional or not, he did try it, and I'll be right there honest with you. I think it did work. Yeah, he can't see.
It was going to work.
Jack right there.
Yeah, he just pulled a Marty McFly. He's going back in time. All right. Let's settle a debate here. All right, which Back to the Future is the best one?
three is the one with the train, and the kind of
yes.
west vibe there. I don't know. I'm gonna go. I can't even tell them apart. I'm gonna go with number 1. I don't know. Can't beat the old original one. What you got, Justin?
All right, so yeah, the third one is the one with the Western. The Sports Almanac one's my favorite.
Is that 2?
So
where
that-
he starts
no,
placing the bets? And
Yeah.
Okay. Got the hoverboard there.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Uh-huh.
Good point, Justin. I'm right there with you. I think it's gonna be.
If you're in YouTube chat, which is your favorite? Are you more of like a original movie person, or like the second one, or like a sequel? It's like, if you ask me, there's some movies that needed a sequel, but there are a lot of movies out there that don't need a sequel that they've made 47 spinoffs of. Prime example: Fast and the Furious.
Golly, what are they on? 12? 12
9.
now? 9? It comes to a time and place. Good point. And that's a
Best
great
Fast and the
question.
Furious though. Best Fast and the Furious though, to me, is Tokyo Drift.
Justin, I think we're gonna go 2 for 2. I think that's 2 for 2 that we're agreeing on cinema wise here tonight. Also, if you're making a comment here and you want us to see it on the vertical broadcast, we'll tickle you, but we're not going to bite you. Make sure you move your way onto the horizontal broadcast, and that's where we're looking at all comments here tonight. Justin, real quick before we go to Green Flag Racing, we got a early birthday here tonight. It's one of the drivers. He's an avid fan of us here on Stam Studio Network. Happy early birthday, Ricardo Cano. Hola, Ricardo, all the way down there from Buenos Aires, running in the Midwest Elites Racing ARCA Series. He's joined us here tonight for this broadcast for the LOBSTAH 105. I don't know if you like
Ricardo,
LOBSTAH on
happy
your
birthday.
birthday cake, but you better start to here as Tyler Massey is back out to the race lead. I don't know where that one came from, Justin. I'm sorry.
It's okay. I'll forgive you. How about Tyler Massey, though? To the front, he's got a whole lot of rear view mirror of Brandon Moore. Charles behind him. Then Fitz has worked his way back up after that spin earlier on. He has worked his way back up here, but right now the lead belongs to Tyler Massey. Here comes Brandon Moore trying to work his way on the outside. Not going to happen as they come off turn 4.
Remember, these tires back after caution conditions, they are very, very low. You have to work these puppies back up to speeds, back up to pressures and operating temperatures here tonight. We've seen Brandon Moore struggle with that earlier on in the race. He's going to dive it down in there to turn number 1. Tyler Massey leaves the door open. Door quarter clear. Brandon Moore to the race lead. Will we get the crossover happen here tonight? Doesn't look like it. That number 8 looks fast.
I'm just kidding. Try to hit him with a junior slide job. How about Brandon Moore? Like I said, we ain't talked about him the last couple of weeks. Has had a rough kind of summer into the summer there. But Brandon Moore going to get the lead here at New Hampshire. Can he hang on to it? Started this race in 4th. This number 8 Budweiser Chevrolet Camaro has got some speed. They are working around through here. Massey going to be behind. Charles Van Schiag right there in 3rd. Again, can't say enough for Fitz. Had that wreck earlier on, thought it was going to end his night. But his battling up, can he get back to the lead?
I think he can, Justin. I really do. Matthew Fitz, that number 69 Monster Energy paint scheme. He's back up running the paint scheme we're used to. Anyways, we've seen him lead quite a few laps here tonight. He started 4th running started 2nd running 4th, led 26 laps earlier on. If Matthew Fitz is able to get some more clean air across that nose as he continues to search for clean air, at least get one more headlight out of the dirty air wake of Charles Van Schick and Tyler Massey up there out in front of him. I would still say keep your eye on Matthew Fitz. I really thought Cameron Smith would have a run for the money here tonight. I don't know if he got the Stam Studio Network, the Sean and Tater curse, but unfortunately Cameron Smith back to 12th, running at least in the lucky dog position. Tyler Massey also, he was leading some laps earlier on. 2 drivers who were leading laps earlier on, now side by side out of turn 2.
Here comes Fitz. Going to have the inside line, that number 69 Monster Energy. scraping as they go off into turn 3. Fish just able to get that thing to rotate so good through the corner. Gonna get it cleared as they come off of turn 4. Here comes Massey. He's gonna have a green runner coming into it. No, he's gonna have to sail it off high and a high. Barry making up the gap there.
Speaking of gap, taking a look at the gap between Brandon Moore and Charles Van Schwick between P1 and P2. Lap 82, it was just about similar there for Charles Van Schwick, but not able to close in that gap for the race lead. Running away from Matthew Fitz, though. Matthew Fitz, let's see what's going on there. Continues to lose a little bit of time to Tyler Massey, as Massey is now side by side for that bridesmaid spot at the final driver interview position. Harvest Ford Mustang, Stam Studio Network on the side, looks on the outside line. We've seen the outside happen time and time again here tonight. Not clear from Mark Berry. Mark has that lower line. He's going to drift it up there out of corner exit. Able to take the spot back for P number 4.
Boy, they are racing hard. I believe Massey just kind of falling. If you're Massey right now, I believe you kind of need a caution to get it going back to you. But
Oh, hang on to her.
Who was that? Who went spinning?
Oh, that was the 68 of Chris Campbell. Is that Bearded Bear customized 68 Toyota Camry somehow pulls a Formula Drift out of turn number 2, lives to fight another day.
That could have been bad, real bad.
That could have been a whole strategy ender here. I'm still looking for a race replay. I'm going to keep Billy Bob Joe on the sidelines here in his forklift. So you're just going to have, you can rewind it there to, Chris Campbell's Bearded Bear customized almost spin to bring out the caution. 15 laps to go in the LOBSTAH 105. It's Matthew Fitz in the final driver interview spot, starting to hound that P2 position. Oh, this is huge! It's a caution that changes everything. It's Tyler Massey and Chris Campbell.
Oh no.
You're kidding me. Oh no, this is, I just mentioned you could call that another Sean and Tater curse. At least it wasn't on a driver, but it was on the strategy here. Oh, there's no way Tyler Massey got that deep. Did he get contact? Bird's eye view heading into 3 and 4 here. Running the higher line. Oh, it's net code, Justin, your favorite word, buddy.
Net code.
Oh no. Well, I'm glad that we do have the bird's eye view available to us because, after that, Tyler Massey sent it down and around right in front of Chris Campbell as well as Joe Stipe. How about Joe? I mean, a little bit of pancake on the outside wall there, but he's gonna be able to turn some more laps. This is an interesting timing on this caution. If these drivers did save one more set, they should have, well, they'll take that set, but have to start at the rear of the field. Daniel Higgins makes his way through it. Daniel, we haven't really talked about here too much tonight with that number 2 jockey, Daniel Suarez / Ross Chastain paint scheme. If you're looking for any bets here in the NASCAR world, make sure you hit up and follow DH Betting down there on Instagram because I believe he's on just about a 3-race win streak thus far. Daniel Higgins, he's also running top 10 right now in position.
Here we go. Pit stop's going to happen. Everybody going to top off one last time. Get a fresh set of tires. Get ready to run into it again. I believe it's going to be your last stop. That was your money stop there to get it through there.
You think it's already money stop time here? 7th caution. What are we running? About 18 laps to go?
Should be around there. I'd say anywhere from 9 to 12.
Neil, if you're still watching, in the words of Quentin Tarantino, whose favorite movie series is the Toy Story trilogy, someone corrected him and stated that there were 4 movies in the Toy Story franchise. Anyways, Toy Story line's over, and they now made nonsense.
Too many. That's how many.
Yeah. That's what Neil's saying. Then they now made that extra movie that's, like you said, Justin. Yeah, I don't know. You stir the pot a little too much, or you try to cook you try to cook the chicken that's already cooked. Well, you're just gonna burn it. There's a
I like
fine
chicken.
line. Fine line. I like chicken as well. All right, Justin, who you got here tonight? Brandon Moore, Matthew Fitz, Joe Stipe, Mark Berry, Daniel Higgins making out the top 5.
I just want you to know, I still got this playlist in my headphones right now that we were talking about before the stream started.
Oh my God.
I've just been slowly trying to throw these songs in here.
I took to my notes earlier on. That's for sure.
Who's gonna bless the rains down in Africa?
There it is.
Here we go. Re-rack, restack. Here comes Brandon Moore. Here comes Matthew Fitch. Here comes Joe Stipe. 10 laps to go. Turns 1 and 2. Clean around through here. Fitz able to rotate the corner. So is Moore. Moore's going to be able to hold it as they come through 1 and 2. Down the back stretch we go. Fitz going to have a heck of a run. Can he make it? Stick on the bottom.
Oh, he gets into the
up.
gas!
Oh.
Look at him go! Look at how early he was getting to the gas in 3 and 4. They're keeping it clean, green and mean up here out up front. Mark Berry is right now shown with the newest Goodyear Racing Eagles. A lockup and a half for Brandon Moore as he's still on the outside line, side by side for the race lead, and going into 3 from New Hampshire for the bump and run LOBSTAH 150. Contact for the race lead. Mark Berry goes for a spin. No, Brandon Moore. There goes the race leader of Matthew Fitz as well.
Somebody's fixing to have a Ricky Stenhouse and Kyle Busch after this race. Doo-dah. Somebody's about to get hit. Somebody's going to hit in the face with a jack candle all the doo-dah day.
Well said there, Justin, and friendly put there, because I think somebody is going to be waiting cross-armed there at the virtual hauler here tonight. Look at these 2 race leaders going at it for the race lead. Oh, my days. I don't know if Brandon Moore just didn't know he was clear or what there, but came straight down, pause, on the number 69 of Matthew Fitz.
It's like they had 2 different lines. It's like Moore was trying to get down and expected Fitz to turn at the same time, and they just hit each other. It's like Brandon Moore they just had 2 different entries into the corner, and it just didn't work out.
That's well said, Justin. I know we talked about the racing lines earlier on here tonight. We've seen the bottom, even below the racing surface. We've seen the middle as well as the top of the track work. Golly, I mean, the whole right side off of the racetrack there for Brandon Moore. We're going to have to tally that one down as a racing incident, because I think that was just, I don't know, a bank, and a boonk. 2 drivers searching for the same bit of real estate.
That real estate is signed, sealed, and delivered.
Yeah, they got the sold logo up there on that real estate there. Look at Mark Berry, a quick right, left, and right again. I believe that right, left, and right again will allow Mark Berry come out here to the race lead. Let's hop on board with that number 25 Crimson Tide machine. Oh! I take it back. He wasn't clean, green, and mean. Joe Stipe was clean, green, and mean through it. Mark Berry with a little bit of contact on his side. Gonna end up staying out, though. Look at how clean this Ford Mustang is compared to that Chevrolet Camaro. We're gonna get back to running single file. Another race restart, this time by. I would be concerned if I were Mark Berry, although he is on the newer tires. That's a lot of aerodynamic advantage for Joe Stipe here, although he is about 14 laps short on tire strategy.
Boy, the strategy just got thrown out the window. Every bit of it. If there was one,
so?
there's papers flying in the pit box or something.
Did you see the updated pit stop? Unupdated, as Mark Berry last pit on lap 84. Everybody else bidding on lap 74, on lap 88. So, Mark Berry will lead us to the green flag this time by. He last pitted at 88. Joe Stipe pitted on 74. Everybody else there in the top 10 pitting on lap 88 with our race leader. Green flag is out once again for the LOBSTAH 105. 5 laps to go, side by side for B2. Look who starts to join the battle. It's the number 2 of Daniel Higgins. Where did he come from? Where did he go? Tonight, his nickname is Cotton Eye Joe, as Mark Berry continues to lead with aerodynamic damage that could be a detriment for his run here tonight. Charles Van Swick, that GOAT Lives Matter, GOAT Racing diecast machine, knocking on the rear bumper of the leading spot. Joe Stipe right there running third. Biggest mover running 13th position gain since the drop of the green. Oh, Joe Stipe, no, don't do it. No, no, no.
Just knocked the shiny off that hot rod.
He knocked the Stipe out of it there. That's going to warrant another caution.
It's just there's no mellow. There's a lot of yellow. No mellow.
Keep on coming. Oh, Iris, no, no, no. He falls to the Sean and Tater curse here tonight, right when I thought he was having a run of the century. It's going to be our 9th caution of the race, tonight. We're going to scrunch and bunch this field. Justin, I believe we're going to get back to running under green, white checkered conditions. Before we take a look at this race replay, Justin, if you can, could you try and break it down for us now? Don't dance too hard, but what is
me, baby?
Oh, there.
Don't you want me? I'm just kidding.
We got the 80s still going. For the newer race fans with us here on Stam Studio Network, Justin, what is 3 chances out of green, white, checkered?
So you got 3 chances. We'll roll around through here. You'll get the green flag. Green flag is going to mean the start of the race, just like any other one. You've got to make it to the white flag. If you get to the white flag, that means the next flag ends the race, whether it's under caution, whether it's under checkered. You got 3 chances at it. If you get to your 3, then the next flag automatically ends the race after that third green, white, checkered. Where everybody is at is how that will finish. So if they don't make it back, well, that's where you finish. So that's kind of breaking it down in layman's terms.
I'm liking it here, and I don't know if we saw Mark Berry start to struggle with that grip and exit speed there off of turns 2 and 4. But will we see Kalen DeBoer's Crimson Tide? I was about to say Nick Saban, as it was earlier on, but Mark Berry, we've seen David Berry. I still don't know if there's any relation here between the 2 Berries here in the Bump and Run Cup Series, but we've seen David Berry in victory lane. Is it Mark Berry's chance here tonight, or will we continue to see a driver who has shown time and time speed after race after race after race, like Charles Van Swick? Look who's starting to join the battle as well. Daniel Higgins in the final driver interview spot.
Well, we do my calculations here.
Look at Travis Farmer while you're doing your calculations. He's up there P4. Cameron Smith P5. What a day for these drivers. Back and front. I mean, back to the front. Not only once, twice, but thrice for every single driver up here in the top 5 tonight.
Who can it be now?
Good one. We're gonna keep them going.
We'll see. I can just keep sneaking in here.
Hey, 80s are where I'm at.
Well, oh, here we go. 2 laps around this little LOBSTAH 105. Somebody gonna walk away with a LOBSTAH. Back to the throttle we go. Can Charles get a run here? Barry with a block. Oh my goodness. How about you, Mr. Barry? That wasn't very helpful. Here comes Charles, inside corner. Can he get by him as they head off into the corner? Little contact. Full Sid through the corner. Outside going to have the better run as they come all through here, but Charles is right at his corner.
Oh, no, Mike Barry! white flag is out. Anything will go here tonight as Charles Van Schwick is up to the race lead. Daniel Higgins out of nowhere. Where did he come from? Where did he go? He's got the clean Chevrolet Camaro up to P2. Travis Farmer up there on the outside line. This is going to be coming to the checkered flag tonight. Cameron Smith, Brandon Moore up to P4 and 5. But how about Charles Van Schwick? It's another bird. It's another plane. It's Charles Van Schwick back to victory lane. Travis Farmer takes P2. Cameron Smith at the line takes away the final driver interview spot away from Daniel Higgins, but a nice run of the point standings tonight for Daniel Higgins as he'll finish P4. Brandon Moore finishes 5th. Tyler Myers, Tyler Massey, Joe Stipe, Mark Berry, David Berry rounding out the top 10. Old tires did not work on that race restart.
What a run. What a run.
What a race, what a finish. 26 laps led here tonight for Charles Van Schwick. Down there at the second half of the race, he only led one, and that was the one that mattered there the most for that GOAT Racing diecast number 23 machine. If you're looking for diecast, especially way more detailed than what you might get there from bigger name brands, make sure you hit up Charles Van Schwick, GOAT Racing diecast. He even sponsors some real life drivers, and at that point, that's how you know it's worth it. It's all worth it here tonight for the number 41, showing us the 23. What a race, what a win here for Charles.
What a win right there for that 23 hot rod.
Justin, I know we got Charles out of here, Levittown, Pennsylvania. We've seen him time and time again here and back into victory lane. It's not only even for the Bump and Run Cup Series, it's time and time again, as well as in the ARCA Series. How about it? I mean, what off the top of your head, Justin, as we transition ourselves into the live top 3 driver interviews, as well as the unofficial official results here tonight, what's kind of the biggest takeaway that you can take away from next gen racing versus ARCA Menards racing, at least behind the wheel of the sim?
That they drive completely different.
Exactly.
You're able to kind of beat and bang with these cars. Those ARCA cars, you get a bump or a bruise on one of them things, it's nasty to drive. These things you can kind of beat and bang just a little bit thanks to that composite body, but I just love the way those ARCA cars drive, man. I'd much rather have it a little beat and banged instead of a little scrape. Just shows the character of the vehicle.
I'm right there with you. These composite bodies versus sheet metal putting on a show for the race fans. Not only tonight, but as well as throughout the whole race season. Congratulations, Charles Van Schwick coming away with the race win. Travis Farmer, how about it? He was looking to be safe here tonight. He brings it home P2. Cameron Smith brings it home P3. We'll get with those drivers in just a few moments' time as we'll take a look at our official race results and then mosey our way on over down to the virtual broadcast interview booth. It's going to be those top 3 up there in at the front standings. Then it's going to be Daniel Higgins just barely losing out of the final driver interview spots. He'll take away P4 tonight. Let's see here. We got Brandon Moore, Tyler Myers, Tyler Massey started 1st and 2nd. They'll finish 6th and 7th tonight. Joe Stipe, other known as Irish, Stam Studio Network affiliations going on there for the 00. A little bit of slip and slide. They'll finish up 8th. Mark Berry 9th. David Berry 10th. Matthew Fitz 11th. Chris Campbell, Austin Mice, Philip Brigman, Sean Judson, Willie B. Roberts, John Holliday, and Brian Huntley Jr., league owner for Bump and Run Cup Series, rounding out the top 12. Justin, I'm going to see if I can drag you down there into the broadcast waiting room. If not, I'll meet you down in there, and we'll be back with you live here on Stam Studio Network in just a few moments' time. Thanks for joining in here tonight, everybody.
Deal.
Hey, Charles Van Schwick, this is Sean Stam live down here in the virtual victory lane. You got yourself a coffee, man.
Yeah, I got you.
Well, Charles, time and time again here, we welcome you down here into the virtual victory lane, the number 23 GOAT Lives Matter GOAT Racing diecast machine. the most quality of all die casts available on the market. You're gonna bring it home into virtual victory lane P1. We saw the long run speed really show its face here tonight. How did you get it done? How did you make it happen here from the virtual New Hampshire Motor Speedway?
Honestly, I have no idea. It's my worst track. This is my first win ever. Probably my first top 3, first top 5. Just not. I could never really figure out this track. You know, for a while there, I was leading, had a good gap. You know, if it would have went green, I would have been good. So probably should have won there. And then once the caution came out, Brandon made a good call to go with 2. And Brandon, I finished second to him here in the ARCA race. Oh, well, there you go. I finished second here once. Second to Brandon in the ARCA race. He just has this track figured out. So if that caution doesn't come out, there's no shot for me. If him and Fitz didn't get into it, I probably was going to finish P3, P4. So just fortunate circumstances to get this win. This wasn't earned. This was given to me.
And Charles definitely had the pace here from short track racing tonight. I'm right there with you. New Hampshire is it's a track that's tough to be beat here, but you make it happen from a lot less banking here tonight compared to Bristol Motor Speedway. Charles, is there anybody you'd like to thank or shout out here that allows you to race with us every Tuesday night as well as every Saturday night in the Bump and Run series?
Yeah, I mean, to you guys, great broadcast as usual.
Woohoo! There it is.
You're getting a little delayed there.
A little bit.
Brian, Glenn, Tyler, the admins here, to the guys in, I guess we can call it a team. It's just more of a hangout and shooting the crap, you know what I mean, and just having fun. Cameron, Sean Judson, Brandon, Richard Johns hopped in there. He wasn't racing, but he hopped in. Missing Will, Cameron. Usually Justin's in there, but he's got some computer issues. And then to my company, GoatRacingDiecast.com, use GoatRacing23 at checkout, get 5% off. Got new, pre-owned, previously owned customs apparel. My custom guy is now shipping the decals, so I'm back up and running. I got some to do, but other than that, and to the drivers, it was a decent race for what it was. This track stinks. I will not say anything other. And to the drivers that I sponsor, check when you go to my website if you want to use their code. That's how they get paid. So, for example, I think Goat Racing 43 is Sammy Harrell. Goat Racing 8 is Maurice. So, if you know any of those guys, recognize them from running in the officials, just use their code so they can get paid.
Thank you so much, Charles, and that's very well said there. And we hope that you have a great rest of your nights here, gaining 2 spots from P3 to P1, taking the checkered flag. We'll see you next week, man.
All right, thanks, man.
All righty, I'm going to throw this down here to Justin Yell, the commentator himself. I believe he's caught up with Travis Farmer for our P2 position here tonight.
Travis, you get a copy, buddy?
Oh, no. Did I set you up? Oh, Travis.
Breaker 19, paging Travis Farmer. Travis Farmer, come in, buddy, come in.
All right, Rubber. Oh.
Hey, there it
You get a
is.
copy?
Yeah, my VR turned
Hey,
off.
Rubber
Sorry.
Ducky.
Oh, come on back with it, baby. Well, come on, P2, Travis. I mean, got to be a good feeling right there. Good points night for you for sure. Anything you kind of take away from maybe that last 20 laps?
Just luck, man. I didn't think I was due nowhere near as good this race, so I'm just happy to be up here.
Most definitely, my man. Great run tonight. I don't know where we're heading next week. I haven't kept up with the schedule. I ain't gonna lie to you. What's kind of the motivation going in next week? Just try to keep having good, consistent runs, or will you try to go for a win next week?
Just going for some good, consistent runs.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Well, Travis, you got anybody you'd like to thank tonight, buddy?
You guys and the broadcast, all the fans out there,
Okay.
and the whole league.
Well, man, we appreciate it more than you know. Each and every week, Travis Farmer racing with us here in the Bump and Run series. I believe Mr. Sean has caught up with our third place finisher, Mr. Cameron Smith.
Appreciate that, Justin. Appreciate that, Travis. And Real quick, before we get to Cameron Smith, who has sliced and diced, worked his way back up to P3. If you're still here hanging with us, well, thank you from the bottom of my heart. The race fans and the sim racing fans and the drivers, we couldn't do it without you. Cameron Smith, you're one of the drivers here. You're going to bring it home P3, the final driver interview spot. This Sean Sam up here in the booth. You got yourself a copy.
Yes, sir. I am here.
Well, Cameron, you were my driver to keep an eyeball on here tonight. Driver to keep and watch. You missed quite a few spins. You were up in the front of the pack. You fell back, and then, well, back up to the front. You found yourself here coming across the checkered flag. It's another really nice run for the number 9. How'd you make it happen here tonight?
You know, honestly, I have no idea. I started out pretty strong, and then I made a mistake and got caught speeding on pit road. And in the process of serving that penalty, I got a passing under yellow penalty. So unfortunately, they don't clear black flags in this league, so I had to serve that. Went down 2 laps and just had to pray for some cautions, and just got really, really lucky and got some cautions to fall my way. Had some tires left in the pits and used them as much as I could, and just made my way back up toward the front and finished P3.
Golly, Cameron, that is saying something right there. Keeping your head cool, calm, and collected right there on you, and able to take away a top 3 finish tonight, even after the speeding police get you. Matter of fact, top 3 position over Daniel Higgins by just a 1/10 of a second at the line. Cameron, what a race for you here tonight as the points continue to pile up. Is there anybody who you would like to thank or just kind of shout out for you, allowing you to race with us every Tuesday night?
Yeah, I just want to thank, Brian and the other admins for, putting this on for us. It's a lot of fun to be able to have something like this to do every week. Also shout out to Rosie for being our race control and kind of keeping us all in line. I guess I want to shout out to Justin as well, Justin Steves. I know he's having a little bit of a hard time with some of his health stuff, so shout out to him and give him some warm wishes. Hopefully you guys can do the same for him. Yeah, that's about it.
Man, Cameron, that's really well said, and I'm right there with you. Made sure to shout him out earlier on, as well as do it again. Justin, if you're watching, or anybody that knows Justin Steves, man, that's some pretty big stuff there going on behind the scenes, and we hope that everything is cool, calm, and collected for you there, and you're able to get out here on the virtual racetrack with us once again. Cameron, that's a really nice and that's a extremely nice gesture there in the driver interviews, and thank you so much for it. That goes a long way behind the scenes. Hope you have a great rest of your night. We'll see you next week from, I believe it's Kansas. That'll be a fun one to watch.
Should be very fun.
Well, thank you so much, Cameron Smith. There we go. Cameron, have a great rest of your night, and hopefully we see you back in driver interview land just in a week's time. All right, before we get things moving and grooving out to the booth here tonight, as we heard there live from Cameron, we got to just making sure that Justin is feeling A-okay down there live, and if you are watching, Justin, if not, just sending our condolences your way with the health there. Charles Van Swick, we are sending our congratulations to you, Travis Farmer, as well as Cameron Smith, our top 3 drivers tonight. Daniel Higgins will take it away P4. Brandon Moore takes away P5. Justin, do you have anything for the drivers or race fans here tonight? What a race, what a finish.
I appreciate all the folks in YouTube land tuning in with us. We'll hope to see you again next week as we head off to Kansas.
That'll be a fun one to watch. I'm in pretty much every Next Gen official there this week, so if you're looking for some 2,900 plus IR rating official races, be sure that you can look for me there. Until then, my name's Sean Stam. Justin Yaw up here joining us as the Yawmentator co-commentator here tonight. Everybody, enjoy the rest of your nights. Have a great rest of it. Drive those virtual cars home safe and fly those virtual flights home safe. We'll see you next time. Thanks, everybody.
Race fans, it comes down to this final night. The season finale at Cotton Bowl Speedway this Saturday, September the 27th. Gates open at 5, racing starts at 7. We've got some tight points battle. One class is actually tied. Who will be your Cotton Bowl Speedway track champion after September 27th is over? Let's find out together. Plus, we're joined by the Southern United Sprint Cars. This Saturday night, September the 27th, gates at 5, racing at 7. We are looking for 5 Cotton Bowl Speedway champions. You don't want to miss it. Green flag, green light. Let's go racing.